I'm going to let you in on a secret. I found the cure for imposter syndrome. You know what I'm talking about. I'm your boy Paul. Welcome into the channel, guys. Today we're going to be reviewing a book that I find is the cure for imposter syndrome. So listen up. If you're not familiar with the imposter syndrome, the imposter syndrome is when you feel as though you're not good enough. Maybe you're looking to start a business and you feel as though you don't have the necessary training or the certifications to compete with somebody else. Maybe you're looking at all of these gurus in your business or your industry and you feel as though you'll never be as good as them, and so you don't dip your toe into the water. Maybe you're looking to become a content creator and you're saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't feel as though I have anything valuable to add, and so it's prohibiting you from taking that step forward to improve your life. Well, if that is you, then you come to the right place, because this book that I just recently read is what I consider the cure to the imposter syndrome. Because just like you, I was in that same situation. I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel. I kept telling myself, well, I don't have enough relevant information. I'm not an expert on the subject, so who's going to tune in? Who's really going to care what I have to say? Well, this book that we're going to talk about today nips all that right in the bud. The book is called Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. Now, for those of you that see my earlier video about starting the YouTube channel, I mentioned this book briefly. This is the one book that's been instrumental in getting me over the hump and convinced me to go ahead and dive in and make this content creation thing happen. A couple of key things in this book that I want to go over with you. Now, if this is something that you enjoy, if you find this content relevant, make sure you go to my website, paulmilakeve.com. There you'll be able to find the written summary of the book, and it'll also give you a link so you can go and purchase the book for yourself. I happen to read the Kindle version, but I'm sure it's available in audio on Audible or paperback, hardback, whatever. First thing you have to know is this is a quick, easy read. The book, once I got into it, took me maybe about 3 hours to go through, and that's with interruptions. But I found that once I started reading it, it was hard to put down because of the way that the material is presented. It really resonated with me. And I first heard about this book from one of my favorite YouTube creators. His name is Abdaal. And if you haven't heard of him, make sure you check out his channel. He has some great book reviews, some productivity tips. I learned a lot by watching his channel. But I first heard him talk about this book, and I said, I need to check that out. So I went and got me a copy, downloaded it onto my Kindle right away, and started reading it. Guys, it changed my entire perspective. So I'm going to summarize 3 main keys about this book. You can go and buy it yourself, or look into my review to get a further breakdown. But here's the first key to remember. You don't have to be a genius. That's major. You don't have to be a genius. All of these experts, all of these gurus, all of these celebrities, they all started somewhere. None of them were expert to start with. It takes some time to accumulate the knowledge, to accumulate the resources, to accumulate the wealth of information that they have to present. And so you don't have to be a genius to deserve an audience. There's an audience of people right now that will see the value in watching you learn how to do this. There's people that'll tune in just to see how you navigate your way through this world of jumping into whatever it is that you want to do. So maybe it is a YouTube channel, maybe it's a podcast, maybe it's a newsletter you want to start, maybe it's a business you want to start. Whatever it is that you have in mind, make sure you don't get held up on the fact that you have to know everything. It takes a long period of time for you to know everything. Just start with what you have, start where you are, jump in, understand that you're an amateur. There's going to be people that appreciate it, and if you could take them in on the journey and show them your growth step by step, there's going to be people that will love you for it. There will be people that will support you for it. There will be people that will encourage you to keep on going. There will be people that will find value and be inspired and motivated by seeing you doing the journey, because there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of millions of people out there in that same situation that you are right now, that want to do something with their life. They want to skill up, they want to take themselves to the next level, but there's nobody that they could follow that's giving them that encouragement or their motivation. So maybe by you doing it and them watching you is giving them the encouragement and the motivation that they need. So jump in there. Don't worry about being an expert. You don't have to be a genius to have an audience. The second point I want to stress on this is he says learning is best when done collectively. He tells you to do not hoard the learning experience. This simply means that if you're going on a journey and you're learning something, there's a lot of other people that are looking to learn that. So why not share it with them? Why are you going to take that experience all to yourself and bottle it up and go through it by yourself, have failures, experience the successes, find those golden nuggets of information and not share with other people? Because as you do that, there's other people that are going to be able to benefit. And if there's somebody that's benefiting off of your experience, if there's somebody that's benefiting off of what you learned, then they are more than likely going to respond by wanting to know more. So don't hoard the learning experience. If you decide to do something, do it in front of others. It's better when it's done with other people. The third important point I want to cover is to find out what you want to do and start doing it in public. That is so powerful right there. When you decide what you want to do and you do it in public, it's going to do a couple of things. Number one, it's going to give you a reason to keep on going. Maybe you have a fear of failure. You don't want people to see you fail. Because you don't want people to see you fail, you're going to be more inclined to try to want to succeed so that they don't see that. Number two, it gives you some accountability to other people. Think about it when you try to do things by yourself. Popular things I can think of: dieting, exercise. It's a lot better if somebody else is along with you to hold you accountable. So when you go and you want to have that chocolate donut, somebody's able to look you in your face and say, yo, remember, you're on a diet, dude. You shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, right. You call me out on it. You're more inclined to stick with the routine. Yeah, there's going to be times where you fail. There's going to be times where you fall short. There's going to be times where you don't feel like doing it. But you're going to push a little bit harder, knowing that the eyes are on you. People are watching you. They're going to see what you're doing. So anytime that you're doing something, do it in the public, and you'll see how people are going to respond to that. Now keep in mind, there's going to be haters, because there are going to be times where you may fall short. There are going to be times where you may mess up. There's going to be times where your content isn't going to be exactly on point, and you're going to get criticized for it. And you're going to have to be able to take it. Because every time that you mess up and somebody calls you out on it, there's going to be somebody else out there that's going to encourage you or give you some pointers on how to get better. But you're never going to get better if you don't put it out there and have people encourage you and point you in the right direction along the way. Don't be that person that gets discouraged. Make a conscious effort to build on your experience, learn something new every day, and move on. And it's very important that you make sure that you have the resources to sustain. So when you're starting any endeavor, make sure that you start it small. Minimize your costs so that you can sustain yourself over the long haul, because you never know when you're going to have that breakthrough moment. And so many businesses stop right before that breakthrough moment, but they will never know because they stop before they get there. That breakthrough moment could be tomorrow, but you don't know unless you stay in it for the long haul. So don't give up, don't get discouraged by it. Make sure it's something that you can practice on a consistent basis. Make sure you adjust your schedule and eliminate the obstacles that are in your way so that you will have the time to focus on whatever this project is that you're working on, and bring people in on it. As you're going, as you're growing, as you're learning, people are going to tune in to want to see what you learn. There are people that want to learn the same thing, and they're going to find value in learning it with you. I really hope you enjoyed this review of Austin Kleon's book, Show Your Work. If this is something that you enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button on YouTube for me. It goes a long way with the algorithm to allow this content to get out to other people. And if this is something that you're looking forward to, other book reviews or materials like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, so as I release videos, you'll be kept up to date. And if you want to follow me deeper on my journey, if you want to develop a deeper relationship, get inside my head, learn my fears, my failures, my successes. If you want to see me show my work to you on a consistent basis, the best way to do that is by subscribing to my newsletter. So you can hit the subscription here in the description on this video. You can also go to my website, paulmilakeve.com, sign up for the newsletter that way. Every week I'll send you updates directly to your inbox of all of my updates on all of my projects, what I'm doing, what I'm learning, and take you along with me. So I look forward to taking this journey with you. Hopefully you'll have some information, some journey that you could take me on. Share in your comment section what projects you're working on, and maybe I'll reach out to you. So until next time, this is your boy Paul. Take care.